Good evening, everybody. It's time for us to begin Series 4 of Rhapsody Nesbitt. And Series 4, of course, is the one where we lose Burney and end up with somebody else. Because, of course, the actor who plays wee Burney, Eric Cullen, left the show due to, well, it says, citing ill health and personal problems, which is the truth. Anybody who knows about him will know why he left. And he would die, is it 2 years later? 3 years later? 2 years later? I mean, this started in... The fourth series started in 1994, so we'll say 2 years later. Yeah, so Burney's gone, which is a shame, because he was one of my favourite characters. You know, he was always taking the piss. I know it's you tube! I'll never forget that. I just love the delivery of that. That one word was fantastic. When he says it, his eyes go like that as soon as he says... I loved him. He was so funny. But yeah, he was going through a lot of shit during his time on the show. A very troubled guy. And I wanted to bring attention to that one more time, because this is the last time probably I'm going to talk about him now, because he's gone. You know, it's awful what happened to that fella. Because he had his condition, his dwarfism condition. Even when he became an adult, legally an adult, it carried on because he looked small. You know, it's absolutely awful what happened to him, and it just shows you the BBC, it's rotten to the fucking core. So yeah, I just wanted to put a little monologue in for Eric before we continue on without him. Because, as I said, you know, I'm not just saying this, he was one of my favourites. He was always, I don't think one of his lines was serious or not a joke. He was always saying something funny that made you laugh, and I'm gonna miss him. So I just wanted to say that before we crack on with this. Yeah, it's a shame. I'm gonna miss Burney. So rest in peace to Eric Cullen, and thanks for entertaining me for the first 3 series. And I'll miss you. So. Yeah, now we've done that, we can begin Series 4, Episode 1, Love. According to Wikipedia, this is a 2-part thing, and the next part 2 is called Mother. I don't know, it's a bit vague on there, so you guys will have to let me know what's going on. Anyway, let's do this. So, make sure you like this if you enjoy it, subscribe if you haven't already. I've got a Patreon and all that, I'll tell you more about that at the end. Let's go. Hell. Mother?
Any luck, kid?
Nothing yet, sir. You?
Nah, it's hopeless. Like looking for a needle in a...
Hold on a minute,
Beat
guys.
It! No, it's no.
Alright, we'll do that. I'm not starting again, not after that monologue that I said at the beginning. So, we'll do this one, and then we'll find Mother, and we'll do that next. I don't care. I'm not fucking discarding what I just said about Eric. No. I don't care. So what if it's not the right way around? We didn't even do the pilot of this the right way around, or Limmy's show, so...
Nothing yet, sir.
Don't matter, does it?
You?
Just
Nah,
do it.
it's hopeless. Like looking for a needle in a...
He gonna hit that, yeah.
Rob?
Yeah.
Quick, kid, out here!
But they're looking for him.
What's the verdict, sir? Is this Nesbitt?
No, sure, here, hurt him up.
Oh, what's he been
Well,
doing
sir.
now?
It's hard to tell. I've never seen him vertical before. I'll tell you what, drop him in the garbage. Right, that's Nesbitt.
Ah, that's
Pick him up,
Nesbitt.
we'll take him down the station.
I mean, you're not going to tell him now, Sergeant?
No, we'll sober him up first. Even he deserves that courtesy. Look at him.
The other copper.
Me winding his way through him, eh? Lying pissed in the city dump.
Yeah, whatever. Show the other
That's me
copper.
away up the hospital. You sure you don't want to come with me and visit your granny Nesbitt?
What for? We know what she looks like.
Aye, a bleached prune in a rain, mate.
Look, I'm sick of the amount
So I'm guessing this is David Mackay, however you say his name.
of cheek I'm having to take off you, Spear. And you, a wee bit of respect off of you when you go amiss. You better remember you're a guest in this house.
So's a lodger, and he gets to pack you in the arse.
You're jerking me. What do you mean by that?
Oh, come on, Mo. Hey, do you know what they call him up the pub? Joe the jump lead.
Aye, every time he comes through that door, your drawers do the hucklebuck. Oh, come on, Grips. I'm an orphan.
1 second, guys. I've got to have a look. So even Chuckle Fun doesn't have it on his channel, and you know that... Oh, whatever. Carry on.
I've known human tragedy.
You are a human tragedy.
Is that your idea of put down?
Aye, right, park it and will just stop it. I don't have to take this off Wayne's under my own roof. See if your dad was here.
Aye, but he isn't, is he? You seen to that.
He's seen to that himself. He's the only one to blame for where he's ended up the day.
It's a matter of interest. Where has he ended up the day?
Oh, nobody knows, do they? That's how I've ended up having to go up the Southern General to visit your granny. Now listen, you two be good boys while I'm away, right?
You all right, Mary doll? Is that your weight then, eh?
Aye, just go and visit him. I won't be long. What about yourself?
Oh, I might just take a stroll at the pub for a quick one.
You might even have a drink as well, eh?
What's that, Tiger?
Nothing?
That's what I thought. Oh, here, Mary doll. Come on, look. You should wear your collar up. Makes you look more... stylish.
Dead? What do you mean, dead? I'm sorry, Mrs. Nesbitt.
He's not dead.
It was just a wee routine gallstones operation. You said so yourself.
Oh,
I'm
Granny!
afraid at Mrs. Nesbitt's age there is no such thing as a routine operation. Yeah, whilst in theatre, her body began to react
I thought it was Rab.
to the anaesthetic as she went into spasm. Her heart, which, as you know, was already weak, was unable to cope. And despite our every effort, I'm afraid we lost her.
Oh, my God.
Sorry to have to be the one to tell you, Nesbitt.
What the hell are you sorry about? Not your fault.
Is there anything I can get you? A cup of tea, a rolling sausage? A social worker?
Sorry, guys.
I don't want this!
I think I recognise the other copper.
Shut up, Waka! Will you patronise me, boy?
Don't blame me. It says it in the manual.
Never mind the manual.
Says it in the manual.
Go and get that half bottle out of my desk drawer. It's a terrible thing.
It is! It is him! Tony Curran out of Flight of the Phoenix, the Scottish guy. I thought it was him, even with his terrible quality. He's just got one of them faces. I thought it was him, yeah. I see. Names I'm shite with, but faces...
The death of mother, eh?
You know, you can say anybody's name to me and I'll be like, who's that? Show me a picture of them and I'm like, yep.
When my mother died...
Tony Curran! Bloody hell.
It was like a big black hole had opened up in my life. We were always close.
Good film, that.
She had a pet name for me. Wee Stewie, she used to call me. Oh, Stewie, she used to say. Gonna run in the shops and get your...
Stewie, gonna do us a favour.
What?
Gonna shut your ignorant yap and give...
Listen to me, you bastard. I am trying to share your grief here.
Well, it's my grief. I'll do whatever the hell I like it.
You listen to me. It's just as well your mother's croaked it, or you'd be lying in that floor.
He seems familiar as well.
The hell I like it.
You listen to me. It's just as well your mother's croaked it, or you'd be lying in that flare with my boot up your wishbone.
Of your wishbone. There it is again.
That's more like it. Business as usual. Go on. Take your
Business
crap
as usual.
Back to normal. You look undressed without that poker up your arse.
You will eat that, you bastard.
Chaps, I don't know if it'll help, but there's a poem about bereavement that I remember. Might be of some consolation. It goes something like this. Roses round the door. Babies on the floor. Mothers in the kitchen with the...
Shut up!
I missed something.
Just give me that half bottle. You have to wrap your larynx round that.
I don't want a drink.
What do you mean you don't want a drink? You're an alky, of course you want a drink. Here you are. It'll help to stifle the pain.
Pain?
Right. I think I've just done a bit of Googling, and yeah, it turns out that this is part 2 of another episode. This is episode 2 of series 4. And it is a 2-part story. So watching this, I'm just going to be completely confused. But it seems that episode 1 is on Daily Motion, so I'm going to have a look at that. Sorry about this, but I can't help it. I fucking hate Daily Motion. It never works properly. Shite. Fuck off.
Would you like a cup of tea, son?
No thanks.
No trouble.
No thanks.
I'm having one myself.
No thanks.
Are you sure?
I think he's
Ma.
sure enough.
What?
Gonna stick your tea up your ass.
But would you like some? I knew you would. Your old mammy knows her wee boy.
Oh, I'm with you.
How's the family? And how's wee Burney getting on?
The family is pish, mother. That's why I'm here, remember?
Wee Burney's just been mentioned.
Burney's
gone.
not proved school.
Oh, that's nice. Does he like it?
Of course he doesn't like it, because he's not supposed to like it. It's a drab, grey, monotonous existence, you know. But let's share this gap with you.
Sister Lena's boy was in approved school. They gave him the short, sharp shock. You know, runs and pee and that. Oh, it worked wonders.
Oh, aye. It turned him from an unfit hooligan into a fit hooligan. That's great social progress, that, isn't it? He won a Lena ran away with a refugee and became a freedom fighter in Bosnia. Damn sight better than putting up with him, let me tell you.
Oh, Screech isn't he a bad boy? He just needs a father's guiding hand.
On the chin. Mary's the only one here in Govan daft enough to take him in and give him a billet. See that woman? That woman has a heart the size of a house, so she has.
Oh, aye. As Screech was welcomed at the front door, so the back door opened and your arse went flying out to slap the crazy paving. Life works in mysterious ways.
Mother, just gonna go and make a tea, eh?
What tea?
The tea we've been talking about. The tea, mother.
The tea!
What should I say?
Oh, I feel for you, Rob. I feel for you.
God, what do you make her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. All she lives for is tea, fags, and the telly.
Tea, fags, and
Honest
the
to God,
telly.
see if it wasn't for Richard and Judy, she'd have snuffed it ages ago. Some man slumped in the park of Knoll, stinking the place out, you know. See that daytime telly? It's a life support system to the over 60s and the unemployed. Which actually kind of begs the ethical question. Is it kinder to keep us going? Or would it be better just to put us out with misery, you know? What?
Rob.
Oh. What the mother? What?
I'll iron you a clean shirt for the night. Honest to God, you got a temper on you like your father, God rest him. So you have.
That outburst just got me. What is it, mother?
God, it's a queer thing, life, isn't it? You stole along for years.
Oh, God.
Everything's fine. And you forget to say one word. One wee stinking word. The next thing you know, fate jumps up, boots you hard, right up the wishbone.
The wishbone!
Love! Her word. No mind, James. And for God's sake, just keep your voice in, will you?
Listen, I'm going to ask you this one last time. Are you sure about this?
Sure, I'm sure, of course I'm sure. I mean, the ticket, James, the bloody ticket.
Bunch, they never cease to astound you, Rap. I mean, how any wife can expect a government man to tell her how he loves her? Is she off her head?
That's what I said, James. I said, look, no offence, Doll, but I think you'll need a psychiatric help. I mean, would you make it, Jamesy?
Oh, I'm like that, gobsmacked.
There you go.
Right, well, that's Norrie, he'll know. Hey, Norrie, the ferry man, here. Hey, listen, in your time you have poked about with, some of these hardcore tweedledums, am I right?
I'm a trained psychiatric nurse, yes.
Well, of course, if you're going to split hairs, segment...
Oh, shut up, what's in there, Norrie? No offence in that, but you are kind of au fait with the inner workings of the human napper. Am I right?
Human napper.
So, what exactly would it mean if a man's wife kept asking him if he...
Go on, spit it.
La 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 la. If he la 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 la.
Go on, spit it out.
Like that. Like that. So what would it mean exactly, Norrie, if a man's wife kept asking him...
Loves her. Well, it's a personal opinion, but I'd say if he was a single bloke, then it meant she was thinking about marriage.
Oh, and if he was married?
Well, it means she's probably thinking about divorce. Oh, don't look so shocked, Naz, but after all, this is govern. It's not a question of if you get divorced around out here, it's when.
It's a queer thing, marriage, isn't it? Hey, you stuttle on for years in autopilot, then somebody presses the ejector button. The next thing you know, your arse is freewheeling through the stratosphere without a parachute. Mind you, I shouldn't get too alarmist at this stage, you know. I haven't played my best cards yet. Hey, Queen of Hearts, King of Clubs, and if all else fails, I still have that ace up my sleeve. Tears. And you, it's that long since I've played that card, I better maybe just see if it still works. Mary, doll. Mary, for God's sake. Do not let us drift apart, Mary. Mary, doll. I like it.
What's up, Uncle Ram? Are you choking on a ring pool?
Thought you were up that correction unit. Thought you were in detention for roasting that therapist in a spit.
Hey, that wasn't me. I've got an alibi. I was torching the Grenada at the time.
Well, I'm glad to see you're learning sense, eh? Now, where you go? Go on. I've got to talk big man's talk to your Auntie Mary. Go on.
Yes, I see. Thanks. That's such a comfort. It's good to know that there are hostels that people can go to when a marriage turns really bad. Thank you. Cheerio.
Changing room confessions. I didn't know, obviously, when you were younger, that you...
So this is the problem with Daily Motion. You get adverts. And I'll just warn you, sometimes they can be double adverts without you knowing. so it might just play again. I fucking hate the internet, if I'm being honest. I hate advertisers as well. Cunts, a lot of them. Cunts.
Mary, Joe. I've got cotton buds stuck in my ear. Am I hearing right here? It's all that talk about marriages turning minging.
You heard right, Rab. This has been coming for a very long time. We can't go on running on empty.
Running on empty. Come on, gee. Come on, we're robbing Mary Nesbitt here, you know. Our marriage is more stable than a monarchy. Our marriage is an encouragement to every heat-banger, deviant and mouth-breathing sociopath in Wayne Alley.
This is no time to romanticise, Rab. Mine's made up. I'm unhappy.
Unhappy? Unhappiness is normal in marriage, Mary, you know. See, some of the big doctors will tell you that unhappiness is desirable in a marriage. It keeps the thing alive, you know. It stops the spouses from getting bored with one another. Mary, come on. What have I done? Terrible. It's making you do this thing.
You really don't remember, do you, Rab?
No, I don't remember. What did I
It was 6 months ago. The 24th of January. A Sunday. But I don't suppose you'll remember that, will you? We had just made love. For once, the boys were busy with a couple of shit pins, scraping dandruff off the teeth of their combs, so we had some time on our own. I asked you if you loved me.
What does he?
Nothing, Rab. To avoid giving me an answer, you feigned having an epileptic seizure. Now do you remember?
Oh, it's queer how you forget these things, isn't it?
Forget is right, Rab. And do you remember the big argument that we had 3 months later, eh? April the 25th. That was a Sunday too.
Of course she remembers the exact date.
That's your problem, Mary. It's these Sundays, you know. They're a swine of a day. Listen, from now on, we just scrub Sundays. We will just scrub them. From now on, it will be Saturdays and Mondays. All the way.
That was your last warning, Rab. This time, it's final.
Oh, come on, Mary.
Oh, don't touch me. All I've ever known for you is poverty, hardship and desperation, Rab.
In a cheery way, you know. A cheery, twinkling, roguish sort of way.
And I put up with all that because I believed that you loved me. More fool me, yeah?
Oh, Mary, stop, for God's sake. I can't bear to see you living in a hostel.
Oh, I'm not going to be living in any hostel, Rab. You are. Sling your hook.
3 weeks later, you've got the Dulux suit. That give your trainers the kiss of life, you know.
Got your clean shirt for you, son.
Thanks, Mammy. 40-odd and back in the bullfight again. And I'm such a miserable bastard. I mean, what chance have I got chatting MD up, you know?
I'm surprised he got someone in the first place.
Well, trying to be happy, you know. Hi, I'm Rab. I like to party. Hello, I'm Rab. I like to party.
All right, girls. He's just back to the youth club. Us tea. That right, Rab. Going to try and be a bit happy, will you? This is a singles club. If you start getting after soil goods signals, we're knackered before we start.
What are you talking about? We are soiled goods, for God's sake. This is an excuse for me. I mean, my arse is out of count. You're a married man, for God. How can you live with yourself, eh? Lying your wife and coming to a singles club. You're not my hypocrite.
Hey, that hurts. I would have thought you, above all people, Rab, would have realised that I am only a hypocrite to spare the feelings of others.
Hey?
Hey, listen, if lying to my wife so I good in a sniff is the only way I can spare her from pain, then that is a price I am willing to pay.
Oh, is it?
Hello, everybody, salsa! Oi! Oh, hear that? Put him in your back pocket.
Oh, what's this?
It's a forced divorce papers, just in case you pull, you know. No me, Rab, it's your feelings of others. How would the lassies feel if they knew they were being conned by a leader like me?
Jamie, you are a prince among men.
Thanks, Rab. Look out here and boogie!
One small hip hop for man.
Yeah. All right, no.
Dan?
I am dancing. Don't know what you're doing though.
Cheers, Joe.
Oh, Rob.
Very much for letting me do gently.
Oh dear.
Come here often.
Only when I'm between divorces. You?
This is my first divorce. Actually, come to think of it, Mary was actually my first girlfriend, you know. Kind of queer to think of myself as single again.
Is there something wrong?
No. I'm actually quite looking forward to my divorce, you know. 2 weddings, a microwave oven and an electric kettle. A divorce will just get around the whole relationship after style.
Aye. You know where you are with an electric kettle. It's more of a friend than a household implement, isn't it? Speaking of which, do you fancy a cup of coffee?
There you
You
go.
know it.
I'll just pop off and get my coat.
Aye, right home.
Brilliant! How did you manage to click? What card did you play?
I didn't play any cards.
No, he just sat down.
Unlike you, I haven't any cards left to play. Can only be.
I'm not paying for BritBox. That's the only other place you can watch these, or ITVX, and you've got to pay for BritBox to get that. I'm not paying for British TV shows that were free 10, 20 years ago. They can get fucked. So we'll just wait for these adverts to piss off. I am not paying for what was once free. They can fuck themselves.
Only be sincere.
Sincerity! Brilliant!
Can you breathe there, Rob?
Go on, Rab. What do you say?
No, it's too soon, it's too soon.
What's the matter? Did you feel it being hot?
When you dig your knee at my tobacco tin like that.
I mean, I'm
When you dig your knee into my tobacco tin like that.
Emotional. Sorry, doll. Does not compute. I need a dictionary for that. Get your tongue to a government man here, you know. Because I'd need to take a set of nutcrackers to my aortic valve to get my heart to open up.
Oh, I see. I guess she must have hurt you really deeply, Arab.
Who?
The mystery woman who took your love and dubbed it.
Oh, there's no mystery about it, doll. I was married for 18 years, you know. Because I've got a groove on either side of my belly button where I ask you to snuggle into me at night.
Other grooves.
You think so?
I'm no sorry. The corns in your diaphragm will heal, Rab. All you need is time. And as a mature human being, I intend to give you that time. Mature love is the only love, Rab. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to pop off to the lavvy to freshen up. And yes, to floss my wallies. And when I return, I will hope to find you in the scud. Pardon.
Run.
Nice shot of Jimmy Titty, me. But 3 minutes to assimilate 18 years of marriage. How do you make it? Love is lovelier the 42nd time around, eh?
She's scary.
And you don't suppose that in my time of life you can afford to be choosy. Who knows? Maybe the flower of love might bloom in you know.
What?
Somehow you just knew that behind that cushion there'd be a pair of last week's knickers encased in a pair of fankled tights. Oh. There you go. Just as I suspected. A half-eaten rusk, still damp at the edges.
Wait a minute, Rab. I'm just going to slip into something more appropriate.
How about a change of life?
Just make yourself comfortable.
Aye, I will. Just as soon as I'm halfway home in a taxi, you know. Don't get me wrong, but no offensive woman. But what chance romantic love when your tits start to hang like wax running down a candle, you know? If I'm going to play Prince Charming, there can only be one Cinderella. Whomsoever's ass fits my belly.
I'm sorry I wasn't around earlier, Mary Hen, but I thought it best to give you a chance to adapt. Time to get used to being your own.
It's been hard, Ella.
Oh, I know. I've been mine for 18 years.
You've got James, Ella.
Aye, a dog's got fleas, but it's no company.
Wow!
Managing all right financially.
Oh, that's hard as well, Ella.
Well, there you go,
Rab's
James.
stomach was a good bin liner.
That's
and
where
he
you
could
stand.
detect a snooper's forward escort at 1,000 paces.
Oh, never mind, Mary Hen. Maybe you and Rab will get back together again, eh?
Oh, no, Ella. Even if I wanted to, it's not that simple anymore.
What do you mean?
Hey, Mary doll. Do you mind if I make myself a wee cup of tea?
Oh, no, Joe. You go right ahead. Ella, this is Joe.
Hi. I'm Joe. I'm the lodger.
Lodger.
Pleased to meet you. Joe.
Pleased to meet you, Ella.
You all right, Ella? Can I get you anything?
Bit flushed.
That'll be a dry pair of knickers.
No. The whole talking about me is you've got to have more than one woman.
Is that a fact, James? You want a bit of integrity? Honesty?
I'm being honest.
Start with a dry pair of knickers.
finished. I'm saying, you've got to be a lying bastard to survive.
I had a feeling.
But obviously it's not what I tell the wife. What is it with all these questions? You trying to unsettle my manager, what?
All right, calm down. It's your marriage, Cotter. You do what you want with it.
You're bloody right, I'm all. Hey. I have been lying to Ella for 18 years, right? And we're still sharing the same padlock in the door. So I must be doing something right, eh? Tell 'em, boys.
Aye. Could all jump about being honest about our marriages. But what good would that do us? The whole thing would fall apart.
Aye, James is right. You wait till you've been in a deed marriage for 18 years. Then you can start lecturing us, sonny boy.
Aye.
What nobody's lecturing. In fact, it's the reverse. I'm trying to learn that for you guys.
Yeah?
Aye.
Sure. I mean, let's face it. I'm nothing but a fresh-faced, wet behind the ears bar manager with a degree in social psychology. But you guys get something much more valuable than that.
What's that?
Experience.
Aye.
Oh,
Aye. We don't read about life in books. We're out there in the front line with our butts in the settee watching it in the telly.
Right, experience. You see this man here? I've seen this man experience a whole week's episode of EastEnders at a sitting. Follow it with an omnibus of Brookside and still be on his back, surrounded by sweetie papers, shout at the continuity announcer to bring on Noel's house party.
Enough, Andra. I don't like to boast.
I said Vietnam was tougher.
Now, you see, that isn't experience in my books. No one of these are all bored out your cranium. Well, I'll be no slave to a Parker Noel. Out there, the frontiers of meaningless sex are waiting to be rolled back, and I, Jamesy Cotter, the Louis Pasteur of the love bite, intend to roll over the best of them.
Aye. Oh, you roll back to Ella every night, eh? Your tail between your legs.
All right, Rab. I nearly didn't recognise you without the twigs round about your eyebrows, you know.
You watch it, Cotter. Yeah, weasel like you are. I'm warning you.
And I'm warning you, Nesbitt. I don't want any trouble in here.
What's the matter, Rab? Did I detect a wee bit of satire there? Maybe because Grease Hips Cotter likes to live on the edge, eh?
Your arse edge.
Here's Amy with the Flow forecast.
This should be the last one. These adverts are coming up at every 8 minutes. I've worked it out at, so we're at 24 minutes round. This will be the last one, should be. Why do they play twice? The same advert twice? Yeah, as soon as I say that, they play a different one for the first fucking time. I hate this fucking website. Won't let me upload any videos, and there's no way to skip adverts either.
An edge as broad as a bouncy castle, and you still need stabilisers every step of the way, ya coiffure tapeworm that ya.
I mean it, Nesbitt.
No. Let him get it off his chest. Let him cough it up. All that charming bitterness and bile that made him so irresistible to Mary all these years.
You leave that Mary. These people don't deserve the love of a good woman. At least I treated my wife with respect.
Aye, obviously helped quite a bit, Rab. What did you do? Curtsy and shake hands before she kicked your arse out the door?
That's it, I'll take you on! Ya two rags that you are!
Oh, enough, Nesbitt. Now, you've already lost your wife, your wains and your house. If you don't want to lose the pub you drink in, you'll cool it as from now. Understand?
Thanks, Snorri. We don't want any violence because, after all, this is a family pub. Am I right, boys?
Aye. Where a man can stroll down in his carpet slippers and get away from the wife for a while.
Assuming he's got a wife, of course.
Oh, that's
no Rab.
Bastard! You see what you brought upon yourself with all this honesty, Keith?
That is not Keith. That's not Keith. I was putting the spot. I mean, what would you lot say? What would you say if your wife asked you if you loved him?
Aye.
Exactly, but would you mean it?
No,
that's what I'm saying there, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is better to tell the truth
Aye, right enough, Rab. The next time we want to get flung out the house and end up kipping on the couch at our old dears, we'll be sure to tell our wives that we don't love them.
Time, gents, please!
You know, it's at times like these you appreciate the biggest relationship you have with any woman in your life. I used to marry my mother years ago, you know. Made my life a hell lot simpler. All right, Mammy Hen, that's me back. Look what I've brought you, you know, love. Who's this?
My name's Thompson. I'm from the Department of Social Security.
We've been shocked, son.
Should you prove to be living here, Mr. Nesbitt, you will affect adversely your mother's pension and rent reduction entitlements. I give you fair warning.
You asked me to leave. You asked me to quit this place. This house that has been a home to us Nesbitts for 30 years.
Oh, you don't need to go overboard, Rab. It's not exactly the Highland clearances.
Don't break your heart, Ma, no.
I'm sorry, son, but I'm old and I'm tired and I can't take any bother.
Well, Mr. Nesbitt?
Of course. Oh, that was weeks ago, you know what I mean? You learn to adapt, don't you? Because, like I say, I am a survivor boy. You see? You see, I'm a property owner now, you know? I have a roof over my head.
Oh, right.
Well, at least I've got a roof until the council fix the main drains. I always find the central heating kind of drives out the atmosphere, you know. I much prefer the warmth of an open fire. No. And I'll tell you this, boy, you don't get much more open than this, eh? Oh, yes. And the council services are good as well. So, I mean, it's worth being in the higher bracket for your council tax. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. This is me. This is me back on my feet again. Back on my Winfield. No.
Well, that was a bit of a depressing end. Seeing Rab living in a pipe outside. That's not good. Also a bit of a palaver trying to get the bastard episode to play in the first place, eh? But at least we got it. So this, the fourth series is starting off a bit serious. Rab's marriage has broken up and he's been kicked out of his mother's because of her pension and his, what is it? Some sort of benefit. So he can't live with his mother. Feel bad for him. So we'll have to see what happens in part 2. Obviously, you know, it'll all turn out fine, won't it? These two, you know, they break up more times than Starsky and Hutch, these two. Rob and Mary. They'll be alright. But yeah, a bit weird seeing an episode of this without little Burney running around. That's going to take some getting used to. It's a shame, isn't it? Poor fella. Yeah, anyway. Looks like it's not going to be too long. You know, I mean, there's been Rabs that have been longer than this. So hopefully. And the last one was 50 minutes. That didn't put you off much. Well, I say not much. There's people reacting to this on YouTube that just sit there in silence getting 20,000 views, so there must be something putting people off. But anyway, yeah. So, we've started Series 4. No more Burney. Gonna miss him. It's a shame, but yeah, nothing you can do about it. Something that happened 20 years ago. 30 years ago, sorry. Not 20. 30, isn't it now? Yeah. So there you go. So before we go, just a couple of things. On the Patreon, my good old pal Samuel Martin has requested that I start watching a comedy series called Bottom, which I've heard of. You know, every time you go on, is it iPlayer? There's an advert for it, or it's there, I think. I think it's on there. I've seen it anyway. It's got like this weird poster, there's two blokes just looking like, it's just the faces. So I've seen like a poster for it, but I've no idea what it's about. But he wants me to do it. So, and he's in the top tier, so I'm going to be starting that probably tomorrow. In fact, I might, we'll see what happens tonight. If I've got time, I'll watch the first one tonight, but I don't know if it's allowed on YouTube or not. So I don't know if it's going to be a Patreon series or not. JP's it. I'm guessing that's... Oh shit, yeah, so it's like... So these are Americans and it's shortened. Stage show. Eclectic. He's one of my patrons, by the way, him. Good guy. He's doing Top Gear on his Patreon. After work. Shortened. Yeah, right, so... And those are Americans. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll become a Patreon exclusive. But that's no big deal, you know. You can join Patreon, my Patreon, for $1 a month. So, it's no problem. I'm going to be doing a giveaway on Patreon as well. Just to let everyone, just to show you. I've already started saving up for it. Here we go. There's me on my studio app liking comments the other night, and then I go to my bank. Empty. There you go, prize draw fund. So that'll be getting filled up, and then we'll do a prize draw. Just to let you know. So it's in your interest to join the Patreon, because you could win some money. It won't be anything ridiculous. It won't be life-changing. It'll just be, you know... Because I want to get the first one done quick. Because the last time I said I was going to do it, Christmas rolled around, and I ran out of money. So I couldn't do it. So I want to get the first one done quick. So it'll be like, I don't know, 15, 20 quid or something. But I'll try and do one a month, maybe. Depending on what happens. But I'll need people to join the Patreon for that. So get joining. You know, it's $1. It's about 80 pence a month. Truth be told, and even in the cheapest tier you get a lot of content, so yeah, seriously consider it, because we've got a lot going on there at the moment. But yes, we officially started Series 4 of Rhapsody Nesbitt, so I enjoyed that. Hope you did too. If you did, like it and subscribe, and comment down below, let me know, are you going to miss Burney, or did you miss, obviously this is probably the first time you're watching this, so did you miss him when he, you know, he wasn't in it anymore? I do. So you let me know if you did too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.